All right. So you're on deferred adjudication for burglary of habitation with the intent to commit assault. You understand that?
Yes.
What do you think the range of punishment is for that offense? If you don't know, it's okay that you don't know.
Let's say 10?
No. Burglary of habitation, the range of punishment is up to 20 years in prison. So because you're on deferred adjudication in this court, what that means is if a motion to revoke is filed, if I find that everything is true in that motion to revoke, you could potentially be going to prison for 20 years.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you've been having some positive UAs, you've been having some failures to submit, you've been providing prescriptions for things that are unrelated to your positive UA. So if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Negative. I was already drug tested today, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Bashan, has she been?
I didn't drug test her.
Oh, who drug tested you?
I called in and I had to submit this morning.
All right, we're going to have you do a drug test.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, you're going to stay on the UA hotline. Do not come back here for missing the hotline. Do not come back here for testing positive because I'm going to notate that we had this conversation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
From here on out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself two questions. First question is what I'm doing, could it result in me going to prison for 20 years? If the answer is yes, then you shouldn't do it.
Yes, ma'am.
If the answer is maybe, you shouldn't do it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you continue on this vein, at some point in time, you're going to get caught. And when you get caught, if something's presented to me and it's the proper format, I will sign it. And that will be a motion to revoke. And what will
All right, everyone buckle up because today's courtroom session turns intense from the very first moment. A woman facing the possibility of a 20-year prison sentence stands before the judge, knowing that every answer she gives could determine her future. The judge wastes no time getting straight to the heart of the case. Questions about failed drug tests and repeated probation violations begin piling up one after another, making it clear that the situation is far more serious than it first appears. With the pressure mounting, the judge delivers a stern warning that one more wrong decision could cost her everything. As the courtroom falls silent, the tension continues to build, leaving everyone wondering whether she's been hiding the truth or she's finally about to confess everything.
handcuffs? I'm like, what's going on here at the Outback? I turned to my right. That guy who was sitting at that table, guess what? He had just ordered his drink. Appetizers were on the table. He was getting ready in the middle of picking up his drink. They came over and they put his hand down and that drink hit the table. They arrested him and took him out. Now the manager came up to me and asked me, who's going to pay for this drink and these appetizers? I'm like, you're going to have to call whatever division arrested him. So when I say that they will arrest you wherever you may be, that means wherever you may be.
Yes, ma'am.
You could be at the HEB, just finished paying for your groceries. Now, if they're nice, they may say, is there anybody you want to call to come pick up these groceries? Otherwise, your groceries will just be left behind. Maybe HEB will store them for you, maybe not. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're going to get a UA today from probation here today.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you're saying you already called the hotline and they did a UA, but we don't get the results right away. We're going to get this result right away. So is there anything that's going to be in your system? If it is, you need to tell me now.
No, ma'am.
All right. Probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
She will do a UA today. If she's positive, file a motion to revoke.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is she doing sober meetings or anything of that nature?
Are you doing any AA or any meetings at this time?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to want 90 sober.
In this part of the hearing, the judge delivers one of the most powerful warnings of the entire courtroom session. She explains that anyone on probation can be arrested at any time and in any place, whether they're sitting in a restaurant enjoying a meal or simply shopping for groceries. Her message is clear. Probation comes with constant responsibility, and there are no safe moments to ignore the rules. As the judge shares this reality, the courtroom grows noticeably quieter. The seriousness of her words sinks in, reminding everyone how quickly life can change when probation conditions are violated. The tension builds with every sentence, leaving no doubt about the consequences of making another mistake. By the end of the exchange, the judge takes immediate action by ordering the defendant to submit to another drug test without delay. With no room for excuses or further discussion, the courtroom is left waiting to see what the results will reveal.
Any proof that you've attempted to enroll in IOP and that you're continuing to test positive for cocaine. All right, you are on deferred adjudication for assault family second offense. Do you know what the range of punishment is for that offense?
Up to 10 years.
Yes. So if you don't do your treatment, you're looking at potentially 10 years in the prison. Do you understand? So what are you learning from the VA?
I can do the treatment, but it's 3 days a week, 3 hours a day. So it was either that or work. I chose work. But that's kind of fallen by the wayside in the last week or so.
And what do you do?
I was working at Fresh Fruit, Texas.
Okay.
We package vegetables and fruits for like shipments to HCB and stuff, like their salsas and stuff like that.
All right, so here's the thing. You need treatment because you're continuing to test positive for cocaine. And if you were drug tested today, are you going to be positive for cocaine? All right, how often are you using?
Once a week, maybe.
All right, and what causes you to use? Is it just you're addicted to it, or there's a problem in your life? Let me use cocaine. Or is there a celebration? Let me use cocaine. Why are you using? Have you figured that out yet?
It's the people I'm associated with at the moment.
All right, so he's already telling me he's going to be positive for
The
cocaine.
focus now shifts to another defendant who is struggling with repeated cocaine use while already serving deferred adjudication. From the very beginning, the judge carefully questions him, trying to understand whether his continued drug use is being fueled by addiction, the people around him, or a series of poor choices. As the conversation unfolds, the defendant openly admits that he has continued using drugs despite knowing that prison time is a very real possibility. His honesty creates one of the most compelling moments in the hearing, as the courtroom listens to his answers and waits to see how the judge will respond. Rather than rushing to impose an immediate prison sentence, the judge begins exploring the possibility of treatment instead. Even so, the stakes remain incredibly high, and it becomes clear that any future mistake could eliminate his chances of receiving another opportunity.
And then while we're waiting for those results, we're going to do the 90 sober meetings for him. If he's not accepted into any of those treatments, then I want him to come back here. Mr. McClintock, I understand that you served. I appreciate your service. And I don't know if there's some issue or when you started using drugs, but we've got to get a handle on this. Otherwise, the last time you use could be the last time you use. Cocaine is not good for the heart. It's not good for the liver. It's not good for any of that. You understand? So probation is going to set up meetings for you with Veterans Treatment Court and Felony Drug Court. Can you call maybe and see if someone from Felony Veterans Treatment Court can come over? We're going to see if we can get somebody from Veterans Treatment Court to come and speak to you, okay? All right, and thank you for your honesty, but you're just going to have to try and do better.
This section takes an emotional turn as the judge recognizes the man's military service while confronting him with the reality of his situation. She expresses concern for his future, warning that his continued cocaine use is putting his life at risk. Her message is direct and unforgettable. The drugs could take his life long before prison ever does. The courtroom grows noticeably more serious as the judge emphasizes that this is no longer just about breaking the law. It's about making choices that could determine whether he survives. Her words shift the focus from punishment alone to the urgent need for change. The discussion then turns toward possible alternatives, including Veterans Treatment Court and felony drug treatment programs. Rather than focusing solely on incarceration, the hearing becomes a conversation about accountability, recovery, and the opportunity to rebuild a life before it's too late.
On probation do. One of those things is you cannot drink alcohol. That is a zero tolerance, no alcohol. And those are conditions that are legislated. For example, when you're on probation, guess what? You cannot own any weapons. You understand that?
Yes.
So there are a whole host of things that if you were not on probation, you could do that are legal. But since you're on probation, you're not allowed to do. And one of those is drinking alcohol. Do you understand?
Yes.
So you are on deferred adjudication for burglary of a habitation. Do you know what the range of punishment of that offense is?
I think up to 15 years.
No, 20. When people are on probation, you should know what you're looking at if you are unsuccessful on it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So your case, the range of punishment is up to 20 years. So what that means is if you're drinking alcohol and you should not be drinking alcohol, which you're not allowed to on probation, I could potentially send you to prison for 20 years. And the question is whether or not that alcohol is potentially worth 20 years to you. So what alcohol did you drink?
I had a glass of wine.
All right. And who is the wine by?
I don't know. I just had it with a friend.
All right. Well, I mean, what type of wine was it?
Merlot.
In this part of the hearing, the courtroom turns to another probation case centered on alcohol use. The judge makes it clear that probation comes with strict conditions, and even activities that are normally legal, such as drinking alcohol, can become serious violations once someone is under court supervision. As the discussion continues, the defendant realizes just how high the stakes really are. The judge explains that something as simple as a single glass of wine could jeopardize her probation and potentially expose her to a prison sentence of up to 20 years. The warning leaves little room for misunderstanding. The judge continues pressing the issue, making sure the defendant fully understands the consequences of her choices. What begins as a conversation about one glass of wine quickly turns into a powerful lesson about personal responsibility, legal accountability, and how one seemingly small decision can carry life-changing consequences.
Make it. I don't know if you want that one, though. It involves oranges.
Absolutely.
And waiting till the mold appears on there.
No, ma'am.
So you're not allowed to drink alcohol while you're on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the next issue is because of that, you were placed on GPS.
No, I was placed on GPS due to the absconding before.
Yes. And so there's a request for removal of GPS. State, do you have any objections to the removal of the GPS?
Well, no, Your Honor. It's my understanding the violations were for low battery and Wi-Fi issues. Not for
Probation, do y'all have any objection
It
to
actually wasn't right now. I'm like low battery right now.
No.
I promise.
No, Your Honor, no.
Okay, so we'll do the removal of the GPS. And then probation. You all are recommending intensive outpatient treatment?
Yes, Your Honor. That's what the TAP recommendation was for intensive outpatient treatment. From my understanding, Ms. Callahan didn't want to do intensive outpatient treatment, but she didn't have any objection to supportive outpatient treatment, and the officer of record doesn't have any objection for support, starting off with supportive outpatient.
All right, so are you all recommending starting with supportive outpatient treatment? All right, so we'll remove GPS.
The hearing becomes even more compelling as the focus shifts to alleged GPS monitoring violations and the defendant's request for greater freedom. She explains that battery problems and Wi-Fi connectivity issues caused some of the monitoring alerts, hoping the court will view the incidents as technical problems rather than intentional violations. As the discussion continues, the courtroom debates whether her ankle monitor should remain in place or be removed. Every explanation is closely examined, making it unclear whether the judge will accept her reasoning or decide that stricter supervision is still necessary. At the same time, the judge works to balance accountability with rehabilitation. The conversation expands to include outpatient treatment, sober support meetings, and other recovery requirements. With the decision still uncertain, the tension continues to build as everyone waits to see whether the defendant will earn the court's trust once again or face even tighter restrictions.
In 90 days. Probation, is there anything else?
Can you explain the 90 meetings in 90 days to me, please?
You have to do a meeting every day for 90 days.
With my probation officer?
No.
Or with someone else?
It's supportive outpatient treatment. It's sober meetings. Instead of them saying NAAA meetings, they call them sober meetings.
Okay,
that's what you need to do. And hopefully it will become a habit and you will just enjoy being around people and talking about issues.
So I'd have to present myself every day? Or is it Zoom?
9 every day.
Got it.
And they have sober meetings throughout the city that are free. You can pick whichever one you want to go to.
Got it. Okay.
They have some that are in the morning, some are in the night, some are midday. They have them throughout the day.
Okay.
All right. Probation, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right. So remember what I said. If you're thinking about drinking alcohol, the first thing that should pop into your mind is, do I want to potentially go to prison for 20 years behind alcohol and start making my alcohol at the jail or at the prison with mold? Those are your options.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
This part of the hearing centers on the judge's strict requirement that the defendant complete 90 sober meetings in 90 days. The judge emphasizes that recovery demands consistent effort and personal accountability, making it clear that this condition is not optional, but an essential part of remaining on probation. As the conversation continues, the courtroom takes a closer look at what rebuilding a life after addiction truly requires. The discussion becomes more detailed as they talk about attending daily sober meetings, developing healthier routines, and creating habits that support long-term recovery. Every requirement is presented as a step toward lasting change rather than simply a court order. The segment concludes with another firm warning from the judge about the consequences of violating probation. She reminds the defendant that alcohol and other probation violations could quickly lead to incarceration, reinforcing just how narrow the line is between earning another chance and losing freedom altogether.
It'll be 11 months and August the 4th. So on September the 4th, it will be my year. I've been there 10 months.
All right. And when is your mother going to the assisted living?
August the 1st.
Probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
In regards to this case with her wanting to leave the Oxford sober living because she's saying her mother will no longer be able to take care of the 15-year-old.
Yes, Your Honor.
What type of assistance can still be given to her? Because I don't want her to have a backslide because she's not at Oxford House. And at least Oxford House, it's sober living.
Your Honor, we can amend for IVR hotline and either the supportive outpatient treatment or intensive outpatient treatment.
All right.
We can start there.
So I completed intensive outpatient December.
Okay. Do you have a sponsor?
Yes.
That's a good thing.
I have my sponsor, and then so from work, if I leave work at 6, there are meetings that I can go to off of Blanco that start at 7. throughout the week. I already go to those meetings, so it's easy for me to leave work, go over there, meet my sponsor before a meeting, and go home.
All right. And who else would be living in the home with you and the 15-year-old?
Just me and
The hearing takes a more personal turn as a woman living in a sober living program explains her family situation. She speaks about her mother and her 15-year-old child, hoping the court will understand why she wants permission to leave the structured living environment. The judge listens carefully, weighing her request against the risks that could come with such a significant change. As the conversation unfolds, the judge focuses on whether leaving the sober living program could increase the chances of a relapse. Every question is aimed at determining whether the defendant has built a strong enough foundation to maintain her sobriety without the daily structure and support the program provides. This moment stands apart from the rest of the hearing because the discussion extends beyond legal consequences. It becomes a thoughtful examination of family responsibilities, personal stability, and the difficult balance between granting greater independence and ensuring long-term recovery. The courtroom is left considering whether she is truly ready for the next step.
Backslide. Number one, maybe you won't be allowed to live with the 15-year-old anymore. You now know your mom can no longer take care of the 15-year-old.
yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And because of this charge, you're looking at potentially 2 years in the state jail facility. I'm sorry, not 2 years. It was enhanced to a third degree. So you're looking at potentially 10 years in the prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
So it appears to me that you know what you need to do to remain clean and sober. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to continue to do that.
Yes.
So your mom's is moving out on August
The
1st.
Mhm.
And are you helping her with her move or?
No.
Probation? So in this case, is there any way we can get an update from Oxford House?
Yes, Shawn.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. Are you employed?
Yes.
All right, what are your work hours?
Anywhere from 8 to 6.
Is that
Monday
every day?
through Friday, and then Saturdays, if I work on a Saturday, which is not all the time, it's from 9 to 2.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Do you have a lunch break?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to reschedule you for July 24th, but you can appear by Zoom. Are you able to do Zoom?
Yes.
All right, we'll have you appear by Zoom. That'll give me a chance and probation a chance to check with Oxford House because I don't want to set you up for failure.
Mhm.
So I'm going to see what we can do.
Okay.
But I am going to let you move with your 15-year-old. I just want some safeguards in place. So
Okay.
you don't have to worry that your 15-year-old is not going to have anybody. But I just want to see what safeguards we can put in place.
The pressure intensifies once again as the judge speaks candidly about the consequences of returning to addiction. She explains that a single relapse could undo everything the defendant has worked to rebuild, putting her freedom, family, and future at serious risk. The possibility of losing custody, facing prison time, and sacrificing stability she has fought to achieve suddenly becomes very real. As the hearing continues, the judge carefully outlines what is at stake, while making it clear that every future decision matters. The courtroom grows quiet as the weight of those potential consequences settles in, reinforcing how fragile the defendant's second chance truly is. Despite the firm warnings, the judge also demonstrates genuine concern for the defendant's future. The discussion expands to include work schedules, Zoom court appearances, and practical safeguards to help protect the teenager involved. By the end of this exchange, the hearing reflects both the court's responsibility to enforce accountability and its willingness to support meaningful rehabilitation when the opportunity exists.
It's from where I was sending my UA, submitting my UAs from other members of the house also. So
Okay.
he has their emails and phone numbers. And
All right. If you can make sure probation gets that. And again, don't worry about your 15-year-old not having any place to stay or not having you. I just want to make sure that there are certain safeguards in place for you. So I'm going to allow that. But we'll have everything set up by the 24th so you'll know what to do. And I'm writing in here that you may appear by Zoom.
Okay.
Okay?
I have another request, Joe.
Sure.
So I have a storage unit up in Everett, Washington, and I mean I don't have the funds right now, but I mean I've been doing research on finding moving like nationwide. So if I can get funds, can I get permission to go and pack up my storage unit so it can get transferred down here?
All right. So here's the thing. I always tell people we don't cross bridges till they're built.
Okay.
So once you get that information, then the court will strongly consider it. Okay.
Okay.
And whether or not I allow you to do that depends on how well you're doing. Okay.
Okay. It's just because I don't know. Well, okay, we'll just.
Yeah. Just
I'll
figure
just
out.
do my research.
Yes. Do your research. Figure out what the plan is.
Okay.
Don't have them on Storage Wars selling your stuff.
No, I know.
Have you seen Storage Wars?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
I don't know why people would put diamonds in a storage unit, but okay. All right. So we'll bring you back on the 24th, but it'll be by Zoom.
Okay.
And probation will provide you with the Zoom link.
Yes, ma'am.
The final part of the hearing shifts to practical matters, including moving belongings from a storage unit and requesting permission for future travel. Although these topics seem routine, the judge makes it clear that, while on probation, even ordinary activities require careful approval and strict compliance with the court's conditions. Throughout the discussion, the judge repeatedly reminds the defendant that every privilege must be earned through continued sobriety and full adherence to probation rules. Whether it's traveling, changing living arrangements, or handling personal responsibilities, every request depends on maintaining the court's trust. The hearing comes to a calmer close, but the underlying tension never fully fades. Everyone in the courtroom understands that one poor decision could instantly undo the progress that has been made. The session ends with a clear message. Staying accountable and committed to recovery is the only path to preserving both freedom and a second chance. If you enjoyed this courtroom breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest courtroom stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.